Hi, my name is Michael Abbey, and I'm the owner of Enterprise Express Tax Services based in Bowie, Maryland. Uh, just giving a quick update of what's happened in with the tax season, the 2020 tax season, which of course ended on May the 17th, and what we're anticipating should happen in the tax industry moving forwards. A little bit of advice for people who intend to, I guess, get a better deal out of their taxes for the upcoming year and what to expect for the 2021 tax season. All right, so let's get started. The tax season was extended for the 2020 tax season was extended from April 15th. The deadline was extended through May the 17th. The reason being because of COVID. The government, federal government, or the IRS anticipated that it may be better to give people some more time to file their taxes, and so they came up with a time frame. I guess for federal taxes, the extension was from April the 15th, which is the regular filing deadline, and it was extended to May the 17th. Now, bear in mind, some states went ahead and independently extend did their extensions even before the federal extension. Maryland, for example, extended their deadline from April 15th till I believe June or July 15th. So Maryland's a little bit different. And so, that was one thing that people needed to be aware of, the fact that their state taxes were not due or are not due till July the 15th, but the federal taxes were due on May 17th. This has been a very different filing season. And so for us tax preparers, we've had to deal with a lot of these changes. The other change, of course, is the fact that the stimulus payments that were received last year and in 2021 as well, not everybody got those stimulus payments. And what the IRS realized was that the most efficient way to get these missed payments back to those who hadn't received them was to do a recovery rebate credit. In other words, what the IRS is saying, hey, you didn't get your stimulus payments. What we can do is make sure we can give you those stimulus payments with the refund that you'll get or you should get for the 2020 tax filing year. So when you go to your tax preparer, what you could do or should do is ask your tax preparer, tell them that you did not get the stimulus payments, and make sure you tell them the exact amount if you got any stimulus payments. Because in some cases, people got a portion of the stimulus payment, or they got one, or they didn't get the next one. So you need to be very specific what you missed. If you didn't get any stimulus payments, make sure you tell them you didn't get any stimulus payments. And your tax preparer or your tax preparation office or your CPA should be able to incorporate that calculation into your current year's tax return, and you should be able to get that refund back in your tax refund if you're getting one. Now, this has caused some issues because what the IRS has noticed is that there have been a lot of errors. People have said they didn't get the payment. Some people don't quite remember. And what happens, of course, is when the IRS does their automated cross checking, they find out that the numbers or that are being calculated on tax returns don't quite jive with the information that the IRS has. And the IRS is now having to manually, let me repeat this, manually recalculate to make sure that the numbers are correct. And this is causing extensive delays throughout the entire, I guess, IRS. People are not getting their refunds back. It's taken in some cases, months to get their federal refunds back. I'm also noticing that this might also be impacting the state refunds because for the first time in a long time, what we're seeing is that state refunds are also being delayed as well. So that's something to bear in mind. If you have not gotten your refund back yet, your tax preparer may not have the answer or the solution. They can check for you, but they may not be able to expedite it because it's a general thing. The IRS is backed up, and with refunds. Anyway, what should you do moving forwards to get yourself in a better situation? For instance, if you were owing this year and have been owing for a while, well, the first thing that I tell my clients to check is check your withholdings. It's possible that you're having too little withheld from from your paycheck. So you want to check your withholdings, and your tax preparer can help you do this. This is where your tax preparer and you check your tax withholdings, both your state and your federal, to make sure that you're having enough money taken out of your taxes. So in some cases, you might have to increase this. It's a pretty straightforward process. Increasing it, all you need to do is call your HR office, tell them you want to make some changes to your W-4 form. The W-4 form is that form that's given to you when you start a job. And that's the form that determines how much withholdings, how much taxes are taken out of your biweekly or your monthly paycheck. All right, so that's probably the first thing that I always advise people to do. Make sure you make that adjustment first, and then you probably would see a difference in terms of you getting back a refund or not, or at the very least, making sure that you're in a better situation where you're not owing as much. The other thing to look at is what what situation are you in terms of your itemizations? Are you taking full advantage of the itemizations that you can take on your tax returns? And this is a discussion, of course, that you need to have with your preparer. Are you donating every year to places like Salvation Army? How much donations are you making? Do you have a home mortgage that you can take advantage of? Do you have a home-based business that you can use certain expenses from your home-based business for deductions? Do you have children in college? Do you take advantage of the school credit? So there are a lot of areas that you can have a discussion with your tax preparer and see if you're getting taking full advantage of whatever situations that might apply to you that could help your tax situation. The last thing I'm going to talk about is we get a lot of people who owe the IRS over multiple years. And in some cases, we also get a lot of people who have not filed tax returns for multiple years as well. This is quite common. I get people who come into my office and they're literally scared to tell me that that's the case. And I always tell them, I say, look, it's very common. But what you need to do in such cases is make sure you start off by contacting the IRS or the state. That's the first thing. If they've written letters to you, don't just ignore those letters. Contact them and say, this is my situation. I want to make good on my taxes. Your tax preparer or your tax representative can aid you in contacting the IRS and requesting for a tax reconciliation information. In essence, where the IRS or the state goes back a number of years, finds out what you filed, what you haven't filed, tells you how much you owe, tells you how much of that is interest and penalties, and then you can take it from there. And to be honest with you, I found that the IRS and the state can be quite accommodating in trying to ensure that you get back up to speed with your taxes. In some cases, they might even let you waive a portion or some of the penalties and interest. In some cases, they'll give you a time frame, a pretty decent time frame with which you can, pay what you owe. But the first thing you need to do is contact them. And better still, if you use your tax preparer or your tax company that helps you prepare your taxes, use them and just explain your situation. And they can handhold you through the process and make sure it's not a hard process. All right. So that's what I have for today. We've closed out the 2020 tax season, and we're just trying to make sure that we can prepare our clients, new clients, old clients, give them some helpful information how to make tax filing a less painful process as well. Once again, my name is Michael Ogechi Abbey. I am the owner of Enterprise Express Tax Services. and I look forward to serving. We look forward to serving our clients. We'll have some more information because we are adding some additional services as we move forward into the upcoming year. Our vision has always been to be and become a one-stop financial services company for financial services, which includes some lending, which includes some credit remediation, tax representation. So we'll be filling everyone up, you know, updating everyone on that information in the next couple of weeks. Thank you, and God bless, and I wish everyone the best. Thank you.